Welcome to Madison HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. We're joined by women's soccer head coach Dave Lombardo for another Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us.
I'm back again.
So this past weekend we had two home games, both Colonial Athletic Association matchups. Yep. So Friday we lost 1-0 to Northeastern.
Right.
It was kind of an unusual game after a long delay.
Yep.
And then Sunday was a 1-1 draw against Hofstra. Mm-hmm. So first off, talk a little bit about those games.
Yeah, they're two of the best teams year in and year out in the conference. And as I told the team going into this weekend, I said, if you want a dress rehearsal of what a CAA championship weekend may feel like, this would be it. Arguably there's three of maybe, hopefully, what will be the top four teams in that, but there's still, we still got William and Mary in that mix. We still have Wilmington in that mix as well. But they're two very seasoned teams. They know how to win. They've got some special players. I was disappointed that we played okay. We competed, but we didn't do enough to win. And I said to the team afterwards, we competed well, but we didn't do the little things extra that made a difference to secure the win. So, coming into that weekend, I was hoping that we could secure no fewer than 4 points. Our goal every weekend is to get 6 points, but I knew that would be a hard row to hoe. But, if we could have gotten a win on Friday night and a tie against Hofstra, then that's a great weekend, and that sets you up well for the remaining 4 games. Now we're still in decent shape. We still have a mathematical possibility of, if we win out, we can still end up first place in this whole thing. So, we're playing meaningful games at the end of the season that will get you hopefully A, qualified, and B, either a bye or a host situation. So we're in decent shape. We need to play better, though. That's the message that's going out to the team this week. Doing what we did was enough to stay in the game, but not enough to get us the win.
Yeah, and even against tough competition, someone that you and I have kind of talked about is playing really well lately is Forrest.
Yep.
She's had 24 saves in her last 4 games now.
Yeah.
And she ranks in the top 6 in program history for shutouts, goals against average, and saves at this point in her career. So talk about, the presence that she gives you in front of the net. Yeah,
she has been heading in this direction really for the last 3 years. The story of Ellen is exciting. She basically came here as a walk-on for us and found a way to compete and edged her way in during her. She redshirted her freshman year, but during her sophomore year, she kind of elbowed her way in and then hasn't looked back since, and she continues to grow. As a player, this year she's really growing in the leadership part of this, and I can't say enough about her. She's been a big reason where we've turned, I think pretty much all the games except for VCU and Seton Hall have been decided by 1 goal. She's been a main reason that we've won some of those games.
Yeah, and then also I wanted to ask you a little bit about the depth of the team this year. Most games you do go far into your bench. I think part of that definitely is the large freshman class that you brought in this year. But talk about sort of the mix of both veterans and freshmen that you're able to bring off the bench.
Well, that has been really our MO since preseason. We sat down with the team and said, look, we have 2 different camps right now. We've got 15 players that are experienced players, upperclassmen, and then we've got 12 new kids, 11 freshmen and 1 transfer. So we have to find a way for this to work. Both of those aspects of the team have to become important. And this is a upper class led team, make no doubt about that, but the freshmen aren't just along for the ride. They're here to contribute, they're here to help us over the edge in some things, and I think they've done a very good job of competing in practice, and we're expecting them right now to continue that down the home stretch, and hopefully we get through this year. They become one of those teams that goes for 4 years in a row to an NCAA tournament. This is where we want to restore our program to.
And then looking ahead, you hit the road again this weekend with 2 more CAA games. We have UNCW and then College of Charleston. So talk about those matchups.
Yeah, again, coaches speak is any win on the road's a tough win, and the conference is is really tough this year. I think as of yesterday, there were 5 teams in the top 60 RPI-wise. Wilmington is one of those. And they're having one of their best years in a long time. They've got an ACC win against Wake Forest. They've gotten a result, I believe they beat Northeastern or Hofstra. I can't remember which one of the two. But they've got a couple of special players that are really stepping up, and that's a tough place to play. The other thing that will complicate this, and we just don't know it yet, is their field was trashed over the last week and a half with all the hurricane weather, and right now, as of yesterday, it was deemed unplayable. So we're trying to find a new location to play that game. But Coach Paul Kearney will do a great job getting that team ready, and we have to be up intensity-wise and energy-wise to make sure that this game is competitive right from the opening whistle. Charleston, last 2 years we've beaten them 3-0. But they have added some new kids. There's a freshman who is probably the leading contender right now for potential CA Rookie of the Year. Has been scoring a lot of their goals for them. He's added a couple of international kids from Spain that have made a difference in their playmaking ability and stuff like that. So they're part of the 6 points that we're hoping to get.